The OECD, the Organization of Economic Cooperative Development, put out a statement that by the year 2050 we have to stop using fossil fuels. And they said that as a warning to the whole human race. The reason is that the atmosphere is now at 400 parts per million. We're getting to the point where the atmosphere is now becoming toxic. We do see it now, and we're going to increasingly see it. 400 parts per million is extremely high. It means that the carbon that was in the atmosphere once upon a time, millions and millions of years ago, let's say 500 million years ago, the atmosphere was high in carbon dioxide. That carbon dioxide got banked into the forests, and it got banked into the green of the planet. That carbon dioxide went in as carbon, as muscle building, carbon muscle building, for all the green that you see around you. What has happened in the last 300, 400 years is the forests have been cut down. But they have not been replaced. They have not been replanted. And they've put in monocrops, monoculture, monoforests that are essentially desert. Sorry, that's not replacing the forest. I'm talking about replacing the great forests of the planet that were already there. And keeping the biodiversity, as my good friend E.O. Wilson says, keep that biodiversity in the forest. So what has happened is that there are not enough trees left on the planet to filter out the carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere into the body of the forest again. The trees are getting cut down. The trees are the green engine of the planet. They're the green furnaces of the planet. So what I'm saying to you is that the human race may die out by our own stupidity and grossly by our lack of wisdom. Because if you look out the window there, you will see a tree. You will not just thank it for the oxygen that it provides for your lungs, but in the future you might thank it for the water that it maintains on this planet, and for the atmosphere, and for the whole of our life itself. Because the tree can survive without us. The bell jar experiment of our childhood tells us that. You put a green growing thing into a bell jar, it'll do very well. And if you put a human being into the bell jar with the green thing, it might do well too. But you put the human being into the bell jar, it's called death. So this is what we're doing, is we're doing the bell jar with the human alone. And we're arrogant enough as a species to think we can survive without the great complex and matrix of nature around us. We are very, very soon, and it is within our lifetimes, going to know that we can't do this. So we have to repair now. Get a shovel in your hand and plant a tree. And let us for once apply the wisdom that Homo sapiens is so famous for.